In this video, I'm going to organize some karate gear for my son. I got this new box of cards from Hallmark from Amazon, and it comes with tabs to sort and categorize, so I want to do that. And I have a basket here of other cards and stuff. I'm going to do a little declutter and organization of that. And I want to put together a basket for my kids for an art class they're starting this summer. Welcome to the channel. My name is Erica Lucas, and I'm really glad you're here. Let's jump in with the sparring gear. So in my one son's closet, we've got old gear that he wants to hang on to for now. It's mislabeled. That's not even like tournament grade sparring gear because some of it's ripped. This is his new helmet. These are his old things. He put his new ones in his gear bag last night. And so in here, we're going to keep anything that he wants to keep for practice. The reason we do that is because sometimes one foot or one hand gear gets ripped so badly that you have to throw it out, but you could still use the other one. The other reason is my younger son does karate and needs gear. He has his own gear bag right here, belongs in there, and could benefit from some of the hand-me-downs for practice because he does not compete, but then I don't have to buy new sparring gear like every 6 months or whatever. It didn't all fit, but that's okay, because that's the practice helmet. I just traded it for the tournament helmet, which I put in here because he has a tournament next week, so we're using his tournament helmet now to break it in, and then he'll switch back to the practice one. And now I'm just gonna put it in the closet. Right there on the shelf, a little bit better than the bag that spills out. And I know what I put in there is exactly what he wants to keep. And we did end up throwing out hand gear, and that was it, hand gear. It was just too far beyond use. So we threw that out, and then that's what we have left for practices in the off season. I also ordered this from Amazon. It's a box of Hallmark cards, and I want to organize it in the tabs that they give you. It's 100 cards. There's the stack with envelopes and these 4 categories: birthday, thank you, congrats, care and concern, and holidays. And it gives you this storage box that goes with it. So I wanted to get those sorted into the 4 categories and then find a place for this to live in our house. Care and concern, thinking of you, and they're all blank inside, all of them. That's what the description said too. There's actually a couple that are just pretty cards that don't have anything on the inside because they're all blank. So I'm just going to put those in the front that I can use for any purpose. It doesn't like stuff the box with these envelopes in here, so you can easily sort, which is kind of nice, that it doesn't completely fill the box. And the cards are actually smaller than the tab, so if I got larger cards as well that I find along my way, I can also add these to these categories too. And then just in the front, I have like just regular cards that don't fit these 4 categories. I like it. Now we got to find a place to store it. On my shelf here, I have other stationery things, and I feel like they should live together. It's like a bunch of thank you postcards, envelopes, and stickers. But the box won't fit next to it, so I'm going to pull that out and see what I can do to streamline that, simplify it a little bit. I taped a picture of our wedding day. Okay. All right. Bunch of magazines from 2023. that I have not referenced or even known that I was keeping here for 2 years. So I'm going to recycle these. I don't even remember buying those. Okay. Now the question is, what if I can fit those thank you cards in my handy box? Okay. With these blank notepads or note cards, and kit those together. I don't have envelopes for these. And here's postcards. Bunch of cards that don't have envelopes. I mean, I could use these like larger envelopes. It's kind of ridiculous. I guess I could buy envelopes. I must have used the envelopes in some other way for these. And now I don't know what to do. I bought them off of Amazon. 2018. So I still have these 7 years later. Who knows when I used the envelopes for it. I'm just seeing if Amazon is suggesting like blank, just envelopes that would fit this size, but it's not. I might just buy the envelopes so that I don't have these unused cards. It's $4.99 on Amazon. I think I'm gonna include it in with this rubber band and keep them separated so I just have the right size, I guess. I mean, these are all like, they're the same categories though. Care and concern. These envelopes are the right size too. I'm gonna hold off on buying those envelopes because I have the right size envelopes here. I'm just gonna sort these into this box, and then when I run out of envelopes in here, I'll just buy more envelopes for this if I still have cards left over. We're just gonna cycle it through. So I'm gonna sort these thank you postcards. I'm just gonna put those in the back of the thank you section. And now my box is actually kind of full, and I don't know if that I can fit these. Without like jamming this up too much. I really can't. Let's see. And now this is sort of hard to get through. But it's all in one spot. So and the frequency with which I don't have to sort through this on a daily basis. Just when I have something I need a card for. So I can take this part out, sort through my cards, and then that way everything is in one spot. Okay, that's pretty cool. Now I have the other stuff here. These are going to get recycled. This was just some trash. This is like random office supplies, which I have upstairs in our extra closet. So I'm going to put that in there. This is a paperweight my sister-in-law gave me a long time ago. I'm not sure what I want to do with it right now. I don't want to declutter it. I know that much. So I'm just going to put it here for now. And these we use for card games and stuff. So I'll just pop that there. So now I have this empty bin with this gorgeous picture. And I can figure out what I wanted. Now I did need something for my older two, their art supplies for their art class that they're taking this summer into the fall. So I think I'm just gonna repurpose it. Just gonna repurpose it as that. So here's the class that they're taking, and it has videos that correspond with each lesson. And these are the materials. I have to find their sketchbooks that they're using for this class. They're just reusing sketchbooks that they already have that are unfinished. These are the supplies they needed for the class. And then they're also sharing this typing program. I only got one booklet. And they're sharing this typing booklet. So this is like shared materials between my kids for school. Otherwise, they all have their own school cart. This is my oldest, his cart. He's 11, going into 6th grade. This is my 10-year-old's. She's going into 5th grade. So these are all her materials. A 3rd grader, I need to put together his cart physically. I bought him a cart separate. He wanted a cart like his brother and sister for his stuff. So I just need to put that cart together. But all of his materials are in the living room right now. He doesn't have nearly as much as the older two do. Now to figure out where their shared basket can go and their sketchbooks they're using for this class. Okay, I found her sketchbook that she wants to use for this class and his sketchbook he wants to use for this class, this art class that we're doing. And then I have this old yo-yo thing that I'm gonna repurpose as a pencil basket, because these are the pencils, this white specific Prismacolor, and then these ebony graphite from Prismacolor. These were the ones recommended as well for the art class. And erasers. I have erasers. I'm gonna put some erasers in there too. And now when they do their art class, which is independent, they log on, they watch the video, they get the textbook and follow along, they get their sketchbook and any materials that they need. The class also recommended getting this for one of the projects. So everything is here. When they do their typing, which is also independent, they can come and get the typing book and then put it back in the shared basket. That's how we're gonna do it. So I'm gonna put that together and figure out where that needs to go, where my 2 older kids can access it. And I probably need to get the pencil sharpener near wherever I decide this is gonna live. I'm gonna use this shelf for the pencil sharpener and that shared art basket, because we are where they would do it. This is her desk and his desk is next to it. They would just come here, get their materials, do their schoolwork. Okay, I put that up here. I had space up here. This was my mom, so she used to organize her art supplies in here for painting. And then down here, I did the shared school basket and the pencil sharpener, and I just bound it up with a rubber band to keep it neat. There. So there's the basket. Here are their desks. And then I started working on this project right here. This is everything we're not using currently in homeschool. I've been shoving into that cabinet. These are things I'm gonna give away that just don't even fit into the basket anymore, but my now 3rd grader has outgrown. So I'm just gonna give that away to another homeschool family in our community. But I do need to go through that closet, this cabinet, declutter and organize it. And maybe I'll do that in another video. Let me know if you wanna see me do that. Hope you're doing well, and here's another video to watch.